What is up, Lead Generation Nation? It is Jason McLaughlin here, and today I'm going to be going over something I've been requested a lot about to do, which is niche research for the rank and rent model. For those of you that don't know what the rank and rent model is, give it a Google. You'll find out pretty quickly what it is. We basically in the business of getting leads in the hands of people that are willing to pay us for them. And tonight is basically just going to be a workflow of how I go about finding profitable niches, right? So finding the profitable niches, and I've basically pulled one or two segments from the workbook that the Lead Generation Nation get when they sign up for my course. And I'll be going over those segments of, basically how to find a profitable niche. So I'd really appreciate it if you could like this video, and let's get into the workflow. So basically, I can't play music. In the last video, I played some music in the background to keep the Lead Generation Nation entertained. And I got hit with some copyright stuff from Facebook, YouTube, all of them, even though I thought the music was not copywritten or whatever. I don't know too much about that. So guys, if you are keen to start learning how to do rank and rent and scale your business, check out my course below. We're going big, we're going hard into it. I'm very interested to see some of my students capitalize on the knowledge bombs I'm dropping. And yeah, as I said, I've basically pulled one or two segments out from the workbook, the checklist that you'll be given to start the business. And then, so let's get into it. How I'm going about finding profitable niches. Yeah, Tony, let's do it, brother. Awesome. Cool. All right, guys. So first things first, pull up what I'm willing to give away. Free value. So basically you want to use a proxy, right? You want to use a proxy VPN to get into the area that you're looking to do the lead generation, rank and rent research in, right? Obviously, there's a few reasons for that. One of the main reasons is that you're going to have access to the Google Ads when you get into that area. You're going to see what companies are pushing those niches. And then from that, we're basically going to work out things like cost per click on those particular niches, see what they're worth, and then correlate that to difficulty with regards to SEO. And we're basically going to do a whole evaluation of the people we'd be up against and see how people are paying money. Then from that, we're going to get leads. Sorry, we're going to get, we're basically going to get the top few guys. We're going to blast out an email to them. And then the guys further down, blast out an email to them, requesting quotes, acting like we're interested, seeing where they are, how big their workflows are, and things like that. And then, let's just get into it. Cool. So as I said, first things first, when I get a proxy, right? Proxy to the area. I'm going for something in my area. So I wouldn't need to do that step, but chances are you would need to do that. So we would grab our proxy, jump in, Google the term we're interested in going for, plus the location, right? So for this example, it would be waterproofing Sandton. This is one of the lead gen sites I'm willing to show people. We're busy experimenting on. And basically, we want to grab all the ads now. We're going to open up all these ads. Sorry, we're costing these people money. Don't care. And we're going to start looking at who is spending money for our term that we're going for. And then we're obviously going to find out how much that term is worth. So what I actually recommend, let's first grab this term and go to the Google Keyword Planner. For those of you that don't know what the Google Keyword Planner is, it's basically something that you use to work out the value of keywords that people pay with regards to cost per click. So you want to go in there and select the get volume, get results option, and then it'll give you the value of the cost per click. So cost per click on our term here, for the higher, it's between 24 to 61 rands, which correlates to about, sure, it's only like $3 to $5 about. So obviously in different areas would be worth different amounts, right? So now that we know that the most people are willing to pay for this is 61, we go and we keep that in mind, and now we go look at these competitors. So a lot of guys fall flat with regards to lead generation, rank and rent. SEO, obviously, ranking, important, very important, don't have to pay. Obviously, the initial thing would be worth it. So we want to see what guys are doing online with their websites, right? Just got some energy. I'm back, guys. What guys are doing online with their websites and sending money to, what assets they're sending the money to, basically. All right, so these guys were in the top, if I'm not mistaken. So these guys are probably paying $61. Claim free consultation. Okay, typical funnel. Not a bad funnel. Boring funnel. So right now we're getting a land, like this is a step that so many people miss, right? We're getting a landscape of our competitors. So if our competitors are throwing fun, like this is a pre-built page specifically for ads, which means they are big into ads. It's okay. This is their main website. We're going to dive into their website now, see what, because so these guys are obviously throwing money at this. Yeah. Another thing I want the lead generation nation to like get through is that these guys aren't necessarily competitors in the space. They're possible business partners. So when going through these websites, it's also important to like look out for mistakes and brands they've worked with, etc., etc. All right, so we will want to grab these guys' email. So these were the top guys for the ad, right? So we're grabbing all the emails. For those of you that just joined us, this is just a segment of basically the workbook you'll be given if you decide to join the lead generation nation. So we want to grab the top guys. So these are the number one guys. For ads, they're paying the most. These guys are number two. These also all landing pages. Are they? So I'm checking now to see if these guys are all landing. Yeah. So number two. So obviously a big tell to tell if a niche is profitable if there are ads. If there are not many ads, chances are it's not going to be that profitable. However, there are some golden nuggets we'll be discussing, of course. To number three, Dampstar. No, man. Just guys, whenever you're doing this, you must evaluate their sites as well, because that's also a possible outreach method, right? There's a possible outreach method to, hey, I will fix up your website if you buy leads from me. And you might land a digital marketing contract with them as well. So as you can see here, dead space. Why? Dead space on the phone. It's a bad landing page. Really don't like it at all. Okay. Nonetheless, they're paying to be up there. We want to know about them. These are the top boys that are most likely going to be buying leads from us. Guys that are running ads. There's a free tip for the lead generation nation over there. Guys that are willing to spend on ads are more than likely also willing to buy leads. Unless I got big egos. But I'll show you how we approach the big dogs. The big dogs, man. Oh no. It's all gone. All right, cool. So get my flow here. So now that we've got the big dogs for our keyword and we know how much the keyword is worth, we've got the big dogs. We want to get the email addresses. I did that in the first one. Go grab all the big dogs' email addresses, all of them. So it's usually the top 3, the guys that are spending the most. Where is your email address? Wow. Okay. Grab the big dogs. We got the big dogs email address. That's it, guys. I will have a spreadsheet for the lead generation nation that this makes this very pretty and nice to use. Also busy working on some automations to make this much easier and quicker. This is basically my workflow. So step 1, Google your term. Get all the guys spending ads, email addresses, evaluate their websites, look at their websites. One of the ways we're going to approach the big dogs is we are going to tell them what the hell's wrong with their website and get a foot in the door like that. Easy way. Cool. Now we have evaluated the Google ads, the guys spending money in this niche in your particular area. You've looked at their websites. We ideally would also want to have a whole bunch of errors in their websites. Now we also have their email addresses, so we'll be emailing them. I'll get to that a bit later, how we're going to go about that. Next, we want to evaluate the terrain of our keyword with regards to GMBs. So how do we do that? I'm going to show you the lead generation nation how we do that, right? So you want to type in, you got to go get a thing called GMB Crush. For those of you who don't know what GMB Crush is, it is basically a tool that allows us to evaluate our competition and get understanding of how many reviews these guys have, how many posts they have, who the top guys are, etc., within the GMB realm. So now that we've got the ads out the way, we've seen the guys that are spending money on ads, they're dropping cash in the sector. We are going now down a level into the GMBs. We're literally going through the whole SERP of the relevant keyword we're going after. Step by step, guys. So you want to go get GMB Crush and go down here and click Open Map Search. We're going to be hitting those GMBs now. Type in your keyword term you're going after or you're thinking about going after. Remember, we're still researching to see if it's profitable. We first have to see if things are possible. This is a really good sign. As you can see here now, we have map listings that are being advertised. Very good sign. Means that people are spending money. Something else to note, waterproofing solutions, right? 3.7 stars out of 5, and they're running an ad. They definitely, I can almost promise you, they're not getting any hits from this ad. It's really dumb. If you are ever going to be running GMB ads for your lead gen sites, you want to make sure those reviews are pumping. They need to be pumping. But nonetheless, we take notes and we evaluate. All right. So instead of going through each one individually, etc., we want to get on GB Crush, hit this button over here, get results. And what the tool will do is basically scrape all of their categories, ratings, reviews, address, phone number, label. I would also like to get email addresses from each of these so we can go back and get that. But we want to export this to CSV. And also now just kind of evaluate who the top guys are here. So maintenance aid, waterproofing. All right. Look at the rankings. We're cutting, we bolding. We're obviously going to be spending money on building a lead gen site. You want to make sure you're doing it in the right niche, right? So we have GoProx International here. So guys that are ranking number 1 have a 4.8 rating, only 10 reviews. All right, not too bad, but we're not too interested in that. All right, so now that we've got our CSV of all the top dogs here, and we have the ads, we want to go back down and open up an incognito tab. We have all these big dogs here, and we want to look in the SERPs on who's also spent money on SEO. So if you guys haven't caught on already, we are basically working out who is spending money to be what for our specific term. Now, it is competitor analysis to a degree. However, these are people that are spending money to get money in. And that's important. Okay. So we would obviously do an audit of this website then, see where they're lacking, etc. We can drop this in Ahrefs as well, see what backlinks they got, how they're going about this, etc. But I've done a bit of research into this company already. They are one of the bigger guys. They are ranking number 1 for the term we're going after. So you'd also want to go into their social media, right? Oh, this is nice. They've got bookings, 843 likes. So in the worksheet you guys will get, it would basically be dissecting people who are spending money, people that suck, that totally suck. And we're going to outreach to both of them and see what happens. You'll see now. Okay. All right. These guys, damn. 1 and 2 positions after other lead gen sites. So we'd also want to grab these guys' email address. Oh, look at this. There's a big error on their website. Guys, look at this. So this top dog over here, right? Their email address is wrong. Info, and instead of the @ sign, they have brackets @ close brackets with their thing. Now, these are also things to take note of, as I was saying, because that's a foot in the door. If we are able to help these business owners with something as stupid as that, it will build rapport with them and we'll be able to possibly sell them some leads. So these are all the things that we'll make notes on. So also grab their email address, drop it in our outreach file, go back, and then you do that for each of the top dogs, as I've said. So we have more lead gen sites here. Yeah, this is a mass page. I can immediately see this is a mass page. Don't believe me? Let's quickly, where's my screaming frog? Let me grab my screaming frog. So basically now, because I'm convinced this is a mass page and there's a mass page competitor in our game, these guys are definitely lead gen guys. So this is also a good sign. It means other people are doing this in the space. And yeah, this is good. This is good. It's not competition. It's proof that this is Awesome. So right now, I've chucked this in Screaming Frog. It's going to be crawling the whole website and finding out how many pages this website has. It doesn't seem to actually have a lot, but yeah, it does actually have quite a bit. So these are all the areas these guys are going for, as I thought, and I can promise you these are all duplicate pages. Check this out. So this is a waterproofing specialist in Brackpan. So for those of you that don't know what a mass page builder is, basically duplicates content and changes the URL slugs, the headings, and stuff like that. And they have a very distinct look. This is a very distinct look. And they'll have a whole bunch of pages like that ranking for each. So I wouldn't even bother outreaching to those people. They're doing what we want to do, but that's good. And then we're going to go to page 2, right? We're going to go to page 2 of our search term. And yeah, these are the same guys running ads, which means they're spending big bucks on this. And we're going to start looking for, let's say, the middle tier guys. And basically, we're categorizing our outreach now and our niche selection, or to see if it's profitable, into like 3 sections. So we have the most profitable, all the guys spending the most money, the big dogs, as I call them. Then we have the middle guys that are just further down in the SERPs with regards to their GMBs and site rankings. And then we're going to have the people that are on page like 3, they're nowhere. And we're going to link all the different people up and like almost rate them on how they're spending money, if they're spending money, et cetera, et cetera. This will form very valuable when you actually outreach to them, because if you show, right, if you show a business owner that you've done your homework in their niche, they're going to believe you know what you're talking about. Imagine I came up to you and you owned a waterproofing business. And I said, hey, here's a sheet with the guys spending money in your chosen field. Here are the guys that are ranking number 1. This is how much they're spending a month. And I'll tell you what, instead of you spending all that money up front, I've got the assets here. This is where my stuff is ranking. How would you like to do a deal? I mean, we can do cost per lead, rank a month, equity in the business. Do you see how that starts setting you up for deals when you've done your homework? Do your homework. Cool. So back to niche selection. I got carried away there. All right. So we've worked out that I can already tell you that this is a profitable niche, and this is a good niche to be in. I can just, when you do this a while, you actually begin to see what's good and what's not. The fact that you have the 3 top dogs on all the pages here, you have relatively all right rankings. I can see the difficulty is not too great, but let's carry on. And there's a lead gen site on the first page, which means someone else is doing this, which means people are buying leads. All right, let's carry on in the workflow, man. I get freaked out. This is so cool. Okay, cool. So we also want to scrape leads. That's something we need to do. So for those of you that don't know, you can use my mate Kevin's tool for this. Really cool tool. You need to go to the Google Maps. And this is basically going to download absolutely everyone in the Google Maps for their rankings and terms and stuff. So enter your keyword you're going for. So guys, it basically boils down to, right? It basically boils down to finding a profitable niche is if people are spending money in your particular keywords you're going for, the niche is profitable. It's profitable. And if you are able to find, like I just did, another lead gen site on the first page, someone else is doing this and someone else is making a killing. As you can see from this, I just pulled up here, this lead gen site is going only for a few particular areas. And as you can see here, the number is exactly the same for a massive area. So these guys are definitely selling leads. That is not something to be deterred by. That means that we just have to beat these guys, be in their position, and boom, we've got their business. There's a big hack for the lead generation nation right there. Profitable niches, man. Profitable niches and profitable areas. Another thing, oh my goodness, you know what we could also do? We could literally go and steal each of these guys' locations. Here's their sitemap, basically, and just build out a better damn website. Just build out a better damn website, man. That's literally it. We've got their game plan here. And then do this exact process of finding out who's spending money in each of the niches through what I've just shown you with the keyword research. And I've just shown you with the GMBs. And I haven't even finished showing you everything. And then outreach like that. But yeah, getting carried away here. Here we go. All right. So we can literally just mimic this lead gen site and kick ass. So back to our keywords here. Do I have to? Okay. So you want to get this tool, unlimited business leads, and you want to start it up and it'll start scraping all the leads, right? It will scrape. I'm not going to do it right now. It's going to take some time. It'll scrape all of our GMBs. Oof. Oh, here's a spammy listing, lead generation nation. Should I do it? Oh, I think I'm going to edit it. I'm going to edit it. I'm pretty sure they sorry, mate. You've been edited. Should get a push through pretty soon. So people cry about that and say focus on your own thing, but what they're doing is wrong. It's against the T's and C's, and they got caught. Learn to do proper SEO, else a proper lead gen guy will edit your your listings. Because lead generation nation, I can tell you one thing, there's a lot of GMB hacks, tips and stuff, and it's very, very involved. And I've learned from one of the best oaks in the industry, William Jones. And personally, what I found with my lead gen, because I'm like relatively good at GMB, right? But I just did like the quickest thing to get the leads in quick. That was literally just getting your keywords into your header. That was it. That literally turns your GeoGrids green. Obviously, it's risky, but there's ways to get around that. So when I see someone else doing it and it's not correlating with their domain, sorry, I'm a dick. I edit it because I'm a lead gen guy. But they're all doing it to everyone else. So play the game, man. All right. So back to our flow. Guys, I just get carried away about this because I love this stuff. Cool. So you would have scraped now your GMBs for the particular keywords, right? You have the guys that are spending money in the niche. You have the bottom guys that suck. And now you also have their email addresses and their contact numbers. Now, depending how confident you are, I usually just pick up the phone and I phone these guys, start talking to them. There's a few ways to hit it off with a business owner. Basically, you can phone them up and say you are offering, let me just show you the script. The one I'm willing to give away for free today here. So you got your top ranking URLs, the script. All right. So one of the scripts I use is that I go to these business owners and I tell them what's wrong with their website, as I was saying. And then I say, well, so how much it's going to cost, but we already have an asset ranking there that it'll only be like you only pay per job, and it usually excites the business owners, especially the guys in the lower tiers. Now that's per lead and stuff like that as well. You want to be approaching the guys in the bottom tier of our research panel with the opportunity to rent the website for you. If you can show them value, you want to get them on a retainer of like $1,000, $2,000 a month, whatever those leads are worth to them, on the idea that it'll pay for themselves. That's basically the script. I'll obviously have a more flush one for the lead gen guys in the course. That will be way more refined. It gets to the point, speaks business owner language, which is basically, show me the value in this, show me that it pays for itself. I will happily give you the money. And we don't have the headache of running a whole waterproofing business. We're just giving the guys an asset we've developed. A lot of the times when you approach the lower tier guys that you've done your research with, they want to buy the website outright from you when it starts giving results. All right. Cool. So we have our tiers basically now. We have guys that are spending, guys that aren't. We have the middle guys. We have guys, and we have a list of their issues in their websites. Perfect for the outreach. We have their emails. All right. So from here, you'd obviously, the top guys, you want to email them, right? Your top tier guys, you're going to be emailing them, finding out a quote. You want to know how much they are spending, or like how much they are quoting out, right? So the email for that, obviously for the top dogs, would go something like, you want to have a standardized thing. Hey, came across your website looking for to get my roof redone. I live in insert location. Location, very, very, very important. When you are outreaching for quotes to the top dogs, you want to insert their the location. Hi, I live in Sandton. I'm looking at getting and you always want to be in the middle of the job spectrum. I'm looking at getting my average size house redone. Could I have a quote? Here the dimensions, et cetera, et cetera. You obviously don't want to have them come out because they just get an estimate of it. And then from there, you'll start building out how much a lead is worth. And there's also ways around then finding out what their costing is and stuff like that. All right. Then obviously you'd also send that out to the lower tier guys and start finding like mean, medium price, trying to work out their markups. And then when you approach them, it just like, you seem like you know exactly what you're talking about. And it's not too hard to find a contractor in the space that you're willing to like interview, to like, they'll give you how much it costs, et cetera, and the margins in that. But something I encourage for the Lead Generation Nation is that if this is your first rank and rent website, you want to be going for something very low competition. This is obviously more high competition. But yeah, this is going to be more lucrative and stuff like that. Cool. So we have our tiers. Then another thing, I don't know. Okay, screw it. Another thing I want the Lead Generation Nation to go do. Let's go to Facebook. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please give me a like. Really motivates me. I love this stuff, man. And you want to go and you want to type in, you basically want to go join community groups, right? Community groups of your chosen location you're going for. So this would be Sandton. So you want to type in the location here to Facebook. Click on the groups icon here. Groups icon. And check here now. I've already done this. You want to go join all these groups, all of them. Go join all of them, guys. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into these groups. You're going to click on one of them. And you're going to do this. Remember, this is phase one of researching if a niche is lucrative and if there's a need for it. Looking for a waterproofing company, and you would post that. You would get a lot of hits. Then you would go to, yeah, I don't know if I should be showing you guys this right now. Ah, screw it. Screw it. So you'd make the post, right? Looking for a waterproofing company. Remember, okay, there's two things to this. There's the research part and then finding people to buy the website part. I'm kind of like covering both because they're kind of interchangeable and connected. It's the biggest thing in lead gen. Guys build the website, they have it out, they don't know, then, well, they rank it, then there's no one to buy the lead. So they're kind of interconnected. So first post you would do in the groups, basically looking for waterproofing, looking at getting my roof done and waterproofing, post it, boom. Get accepted. You'll get a lot of people saying they can do the work in the areas. Now we are targeting the like backyard brigade type people and also trying to get pricing and things like that. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll also find guys that are like freelancers in, say, like waterproofing. They have a team, but their online presence is really bad. Those are the guys, if you go after them correctly, equity stake, like I get goosebumps thinking about it. Those are goosebumps. My camera's messing up, but those are the guys you get equity stake with. So yeah, back to it. Looking for waterproofing, go type that in, post, right? You're going to get a lot of people commenting on it. And let's just say, so for interest sake now, you've got it and people will like and comment. I'm just trying to find a post that has it. Okay. Let's take, I'm finding a random post. So you'll leave it for like a day. People will comment, like all this stuff. And then you would need to go and get a tool. I'm all about the tools, guys, called Frame Connector Pro. You can hit me up if you don't have it. And then you would click over here. You would select it. And basically what this tool does, right? Basically what this tool does is that it gives you the ability to go and friend everyone that has commented on a post. And as it friends them, it sends them a message as well. So that's all you're pumping out. You're pumping out messages and like friend requests to people that have shown interest in that post. Now, obviously, if you mix this into your profile being optimized, you're going to have a lot of people very interested in your lead gen services, or better yet, when you're hunting down people to find an equity stake in their business. So yeah, basically this thing, you set it up before, it'll like give you a whole bunch of messages. You can choose and swap using syntax and things like that. It's not difficult to set up. And you are now connecting with guys that most likely don't have a website and that. And these are the guys that will have the equity stakes in. Easy to get the equity stakes in. They don't know much about digital. They are contractors that are good at their jobs. And yeah, they just, if you tell them you can get your leads, they're more than happy to. So I think I've told you guys way too much tonight, but I love helping, man. It's all about that. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, here's basically a script. You'd go post in the groups. Hey, I'm currently working with insert your niche, contract, etc., whatever, who doesn't have capacity. So this is when now we are hunting for our to sell the leads. As I said, the both like lucrative niches, the research and obviously the lead gen are interchangeable. That's why I'm covering both tonight. So once you've done that, this would be the second post you eventually post out once you've got your website ranking. Hey, I'm currently working with insert niche who doesn't have capacity to take on more work. If you know of anyone who is a specialist in the niche who can handle more workflow, please let me know. We are currently selling jobs for X amount per lead. You can even leave out that last sentence there. We're currently selling jobs because we want to see who's hungry for this work in the chosen area in this Facebook group. Once we have that, Friend Connector Pro, bang out. Hello, how are you? My name's Jason. Got this lead gen site. I'll tell you what, here's a free job. Here's some leads. You get the picture. Obviously, the emails as well will go similar to that. So, guys, that is basically a crash course. And I covered a lot of topics there and a lot of little cool hacks for the lead generation nation. So, yeah, basically evaluating the niche, finding out if there's a demand for it, finding out if there are lead people willing to buy the leads, fulfill the needs. I covered everything in a very unstructured manner, kind of on purpose, but this will be way more structured in the course where we go step by step. I hold your hand, softwares, absolutely everything. You need to obviously, the big goal here, obviously equity stake in the businesses. And that little hack I just showed you now, by finding contractors or whatever niche you're in that doesn't have that great, the online skills and doesn't understand it. Those are sometimes some easier guys to work with as well. Flat retainers and things like that. Guys, I hope you got some value out of that. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, hit me up, Facebook, join my group. And yeah, if you want to learn more, get it on the course. I promise you, I'm working on this thing, trying to get some real hard value in for everyone. And I don't want to say too much because, it's just, I don't want to let the cat out the bag with a lot of things I do. But awesome, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. I will see the Lead Generation Nation soon. Classes starts on the 8th. Cheers. Bye.